Please join me in praying the Saint Michael prayer. Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our defense against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, bind into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking the ruins of souls. Amen. Introduction. We cannot speak about spiritual warfare if we do not believe that God exists. In the teaching of the church, God created good. All things that God created are blessed and sanctified. God exists. Since our topic is spiritual warfare, there are many things that are happening in this world. What about the devil? Is the devil created by God? No. According to the fathers of the church, what made the devil devil? It is by the devil's own choosing. Remember Lucifer, the head of all the angels, when he disobeyed. One disobedience cost him to damnation. And so that sin enters of disobedience. The devil is real. Approximately 300 biblical quotes in the New Testament. The devil is real. He is the serpent, the most aggressive, a liar, and the father of all lies, and a murderer from the very beginning. And he is the great deceiver. There is this great battle that takes place in the heart of every person. And Pope St. John Paul II, in 1995, in his encyclical Evangelium Vitae, which means the gospel of life, exposed about the loss of the sense of God and the loss of the sense of sin. The loss of the sense of God are atheism, occultism, New Age, etc. And the loss of the sense of God are pornography, sex, violence, drugs, abortion, etc. This is how the devil works. And it causes destruction. And if we live in the grace of God, sin is deplorable. The minute we start this battle, the devil will be there. But the devil is there to hamper our attempts at holiness. Remember, the devil came from the word diablo, which means divider. Diabolos in Latin, to divide. He divides our heart by creating other masters to serve and follow through deceit. He stops us from knowing God, knowing Him truthfully, seeing Him work in our lives, and sharing Him with others. These are the signs of the devils. As you can see in the screen, these are the signs of the devils, or what we call diabolical. And sad to say, yes, many people nowadays accepted this what you call new religion. You call it Luciferic religion or Satanism. And it's now legal and acceptable in other countries. They have satanic cults, satanic masses. And some churches in Europe were converted to that because they were owned by the government and bought by the satanic groups. and they are performing their rituals in a satanic place, in a former Catholic church, but turned this into a Luciferic place. 1 Peter 5 verse 8 said, "Be self-controlled and alert. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour." And also, St. Paul speaks about Ephesians 6 verse 12. We are not fighting flesh and blood, but we are fighting the principalities of darkness. With all the questions posed a while ago, the root of all these things, all the irregularities from our generational history, is the work and the concupiscence, the work of the devil. And whether we like it or not, the role of the devil is to distract us with our relationship to God. And Catechism of the Catholic Church says that if the devil has no chance to go to heaven, we people have still chance. All we need is to repent, go back to the sacraments, and when we die in living in the grace of God, we go to heaven. We pass to purgatory first, and then heaven. But the point is, many people nowadays, they don't believe in hell. Many people nowadays disregard this, what we call the four last things. And it starts from death, then judgment. And it's either after judgment, heaven or hell. With these four things that are happening right now, the four last things, one soul is heading for. So, brothers and sisters in Christ, part of this culture of death, which is the work of the devil, which is exposed by Pope John Paul II, I gave an acronym. These are the issues right now that are happening in the world when we speak about spiritual warfare. D is divorce, and you know it already. Euthanasia, abortion, terrorism, homosexuality, and impurity. All these things, from the very beginning and up to now, we are facing right now. Yes, additional thing is the pandemic. When we speak about the pandemic, there are two works. One is the work of the New World Order, which they control the world through monetary thing. They control and invented things to depopulate the world. And one way of depopulating the world is to spread the virus. Economic collapse, wars. And then the other enemy is the communism, which is mentioned in Father Stefano Gobi's book, The Red Dragon. And the Red Dragon in the book of Revelation is communism. Warnings in the Bible. The huge dragon, the ancient serpent, who is called the devil and Satan, who deceived the whole world, was thrown down to earth, and its angels were thrown down with it. He, Satan, was a murderer from the beginning and does not stand in truth, because there is no truth in him. When he tells a lie, he speaks in character, because he is a liar and the father of lies. Be sober and vigilant. Your opponent, the devil, is roaring around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. Resist him, steadfast in faith, knowing that your fellow believers throughout the world undergo the same sufferings. And this is the warning. The prince of deceit, that the father of lies come to deceive you. Let not the 7 capital sins hurt your soul. Be cautious and be aware. The enemy takes no captives you, either win or lose. Always remember, in the spiritual warfare or spiritual combat, we should know our enemy. Second, we should know the tactics of our enemy. And third, we need to apply the solutions that the scriptures, the teachings of the church, and our spiritual director would advise us. There we can win our spiritual battle. There are two parts of the attacks of the devil. The first part is what we call ordinary. And these are the 7 capital sins. And the second part is the extraordinary attacks. I got this information from the book of Father Edgardo Arellano on the book of spiritual warfare. And the extraordinary attack, I got it from Father Gabriel Amort, which was formerly the chief exorcist of Rome. In his book, The Exorcist Tells His Story. So I am now on the first part of the attack of the devil, which is what we call